The first few days of my life were strange. A lot of wind and terrible rain. My mom gave birth to me during something called a hurricane. She tried to take care of me, but she couldn't. She had tears in her eyes when she said goodbye to me, and I never saw her again. I really didn't know how to feed myself, and I was very thirsty. The first day I tried to stand, and I kept falling over. Finally, after many attempts, I started walking. I kept looking for my mom, barking so she could hear me, but she never did. I didn't know where I was or where I was going. There were cars on a busy highway, and I tried to cross, but I was too small to run. I thought my life was over. Then, a kind woman picked me up and brought me to a place called Donte's Den. A lot of people held and kissed me and gave me food. I had a bed to sleep in, and I felt safe. Someday I may have a home with a family, but in the meantime, I am happy and safe at Donte's Den.
I was on death row in a rescue and my days were numbered. I didn't want to die, but no one wanted me. I put on my best behavior, hugging, cuddling, smiling, but no one seemed to care. And then it happened. Someone came for me, and I thought, this is it. But they put me in a van. We drove for 3 hours. It was a hot, long ride. We pulled up to a front door, Donte's Den, and this kind woman picked me up and loved on me. She gave me my own room and told me to be patient, that a family would surely want me. Well, I've waited 7 years, and no one's even looked at me. I just didn't know what I was doing wrong. And then Mama Marcia told me she had a very important job for me. I was going to be the Donte's Den ambassador. I greet people. I show them around the welcome center, and she made me feel needed and important. I love her for my new life at Donte's Den.
Just a short time ago, I was confused and scared. I was put in a car and driven to different places. Finally, they put me in a cage and I was able to relax. But not for long. There was a lot of screaming. And I would see my cage mates being dragged away, and I never saw them again. Then someone put a red tag on my cage. It said tomorrow, 4 p.m. I thought someone was coming for me, but I quickly learned that was not it. A cold wave of fear came over me, and I knew something was wrong. The next day, they took me out of my cage and dragged me into the other room. I was really scared. And then a man came and put me in a car and told me to have a good trip. What trip? My journey took me from Texas to Mayaca City, Florida. I couldn't believe it. It was sunny. There was a swimming pool. I was one lucky pup. I got to Donte's Den and I haven't been scared at all. Donte's Den gave me a chance to live.
I lost my home, and my mom crying, she held me tight, but she didn't know what to do. She told me a hurricane destroyed our lives, but we didn't have a place to go or any money. I kept kissing her and telling her that someone would help us, but I really didn't believe it myself. And then one day we drove 2.5 hours to this wonderful place called Donte's Den. They were so happy to see us. My mom told them there was no money to care for me, but they didn't seem to mind. Now I have this big room to live in and all the food I can eat and a swimming pool to play in. My mom is working with people to get us a permanent home, but she doesn't have to worry. She can move in here with me at Donte's Den.